Honeywell HPA200. This unit is about 17.5 inches tall, it's about 19 inches wide, and it's about 10 inches deep. The unit weighs in at about 13.5 pounds. This unit features 2 HEPA filters, 1 carbon filter, and no pre-filter. Air comes in through the front of the unit, through this grill, this front grill here. It then goes through the carbon filter and then through the 2 HEPA filters. This unit features 4 fan speeds, low, medium, high, and turbo. The unit was measured to give a CFM of approximately 200 CFM. The unit retails for around $175. What do we like about the unit? First of all, we really like the fact that it comes with a 5-year warranty. 5 years is a long time, and it's really great to see that Honeywell is confident that this product will last at least 5 years. We really like the features that this unit comes with. It does come with a timer. It also comes with the ability to turn off all control panel lights, meaning that this unit is a great option if you need an air purifier for the bedroom and you want to turn off all lights at night. You're able to do that with this unit. That's something that most air purifiers in the market cannot do. For whatever reason, manufacturers simply do not give you this ability. So the HPA series and this HPA200 giving you the ability to turn off all control panel lights is a great feature. The unit isn't particularly light for its size. However, it does have 2 side handles, side pocket handles. These side pocket handles make the unit easy to pick up, easy to move around, and you don't have to balance it like you have to for other air purifiers in the market. Most other air purifiers have a single handle here on the back of the unit, and that means that you have to pick it up and it kind of sways around and you got to balance it as you move it around. This unit has 2 pocket handles here, as you can tell here. And these pockets allow you to easily pick it up, easily move it around, and that's a great feature. If you're looking for a unit that has good portability, this unit is a great option for that. The unit is also black in color. This may seem like a small thing, but what we've seen with the air purifiers we've tested is that they tend to attract a lot of particles, and not just small particles, but something like a hair, something like larger fibers. Those things are gonna naturally be attracted to this unit when it turns on, and when that happens, the unit tends to get dirty. So units that have a glossy finish, units that are white in color, they generally tend to get dirty much more easily. This unit, maybe it will get dirty, but you're not going to see that because it's black. And yes, while you want to clean the unit, you want to wipe it down occasionally, having this unit be black, having it with the matte finish like it does, that gives you the opportunity to use the unit for extended periods of time, and you don't have to worry about constantly cleaning it. Finally, we absolutely love the fact that the unit comes with a HEPA filter. It actually comes with 2. Again, it's not as if those units are stacked in front of each other. They're rather stacked next to or on top of each other, and that allows for greater surface area for that air to move through those HEPA filters and really get that particle concentration down in the room that you're using this unit. So things that we don't like about the unit. First of all, the fact that it doesn't have a pre-filter is a bit of a problem. It does have an activated carbon filter, which sort of acts like a pre-filter. However, it doesn't have a standalone pre-filter like top-rated units do. The standalone pre-filter normally comes with a mesh grill, and that mesh grill is great for keeping out larger particles that are going to eventually clog up the carbon filter, that are going to clog up the HEPA filter if they're not kept out. So a mesh-based pre-filter is really a great feature for an air purifier to have, and this unit doesn't have that. It only has that carbon filter. And while the carbon filter does act as a pre-filter, it's not going to do as good of a job as a dedicated pre-filter. And it's also going to keep that carbon filter from being as effective as it would be if you had a pre-filter keeping those particles out. So we definitely do not like the fact that this unit does not come with a dedicated pre-filter, and it is a big negative for us. We also don't like the poor energy efficiency for this unit, and that's actually a problem with not just this unit, but other units in the HPA line from Honeywell. To give you a good example, this unit on its lowest setting gives you a CFM to watt ratio of 2. A top-rated unit like the Coway gives you a CFM to watt ratio of 20. So what that means is you're getting 20 CFM per watt that is used by the air purifier with a top-rated unit like the Coway. With this unit, you're only getting 2 CFM per watt. With the Coway, you're getting 20 CFM per watt, and that is a substantial difference. The Coway is effectively more energy efficient by a factor of 10 on that particular setting for that particular CFM. This unit on its highest setting is going to get you approximately 200 CFM of air movement in the room. 200 CFM is quite a, but the unit is expending 87 watts of energy to get you there. A top-rated unit is going to get you higher CFM. For example, once again, the Koei Mighty Air Purifier is going to get you well over 200 CFM, closer to 250 CFM, and it's going to use less energy to do that. The Koei is going to get you to 200 CFM at approximately 72 watts. This unit is going to get you to 200 CFM at approximately 87 watts. So again, poor energy efficiency with this unit, especially when you compare it to top-rated units. And that is something to look out for if you're considering purchasing this unit. Finally, we should also mention the fact that this unit has a poor CFM to decibel ratio. Now, that's something that we look at when we evaluate the unit's noise output. We look at how much CFM it can output and what the noise level is at that CFM. Noise level, of course, is measured in decibels. And this unit doesn't have the best CFM to decibel ratio, meaning that you're getting less CFM at higher noise or high CFM, but at much greater noise. And that is something to look out for this unit. If you're looking for a quiet air purifier, there definitely are better options out there. Comparing this unit to other Honeywell air purifiers in the market, there are, of course, a variety of air purifiers from Honeywell on the market. The easy comparison to make here is with other units in the HPA line. This is the HPA200. The HPA100 is also available, and the HPA300 is also available. Now, the 100 is smaller, the 300 is larger, and the 200 sits somewhere in the middle. One thing to think about when you're comparing these units is the fact that the HPA 100, 200, and 300 all have a very similar build. They all use exactly the same materials, the exact same HEPA filters, in fact. That's something to think about. So the HPA 100 has a single HEPA filter. The HPA 200 has 2 HEPA filters, and the HPA 300 has 3. There's no difference between the filters used, only the number of filters used. So this one uses 2, the 100 uses 1, the 300 uses 3, of course. So that's something to think about. You're getting the same HEPA filtration in the HPA 100 as you do with the 200, as you do with the 300. The difference is really that CFM. And to accommodate for similar particle filtration, you're going to need more HEPA filters at higher CFM. And that is the reason why this one has 2 HEPA filters instead of the one on the HPA 100. Now, comparing all the units in the HPA line, we definitely saw some trends in testing. For one, we saw poor energy efficiency, like we talked about earlier with the HPA 200. That poor energy efficiency is true for all models in the HPA line. Good things about all 3 models. All 3 models have the ability to turn those control panel lights off with the dimmer switch. Again, that's a unique feature, something that may be very important to you and something that you really don't see often out there in the market for air purifiers. All 3 units also have a timer, and all 3 units, of course, come with the same 5-year warranty. And those are all good things about these units. Now, comparing this unit to other top-rated units on the market, it's evident that this unit is not that great of an option. Again, we have to stress the poor energy efficiency. Energy efficiency is important. It means that you're going to spend more to run this unit. And air purifiers are appliances that you run all the time. You run these 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. This is true for many consumers, and that may include you. So anytime you run an appliance that frequently, for that many hours out of the day, for that many days out of the year, you have to consider the energy efficiency. And the fact that this unit doesn't have great energy efficiency and actually has substantially lower energy efficiency than top-rated units is definitely a concern for us. Furthermore, we have to stress the fact that this unit does not come with a pre-filter. That's going to lower this unit's ability to filter smaller particles. It's also going to mean that that carbon filter is going to get clogged up much sooner than a carbon filter that has a pre-filter in front of it. So something to keep in mind, if you're looking at the cost of the carbon filter, keep in mind that the cost is going to be higher with this unit because you're going to have to replace it sooner because it's clogging up with all those larger particles because there's no pre-filter. Finally, we need to mention the fact that at 200 CFM, this unit sits somewhere in between the 250 CFM units that we recommend and smaller units on the market at around 100 CFM. This unit is an interesting option for a medium-sized room, so something that falls between 150 square feet and 300 square feet. However, we would still recommend a 250 CFM unit for that size space. That 250 CFM unit is going to be able to process more air. It's going to lower particle concentration quicker. And anytime you bring any disturbance into the room, anytime you open a door, anytime you turn on the AC, for example, or run the heat, particles are entering the room And having that higher CFM is going to be able to process those particles quicker with a 250 CFM unit than this one. Add in the fact that this one has poor energy efficiency, has poor performance in our noise output test, and it's really difficult for us to recommend this unit over the top rated 250 CFM units.